Professional commercial photographer Kenny Lowe decided to pack his equipment, travel through the country, aiming his camera on the people of his beloved nation. 3 years later, born in Malaysia, a photographer's journey was born. His aim, to try and capture the essence of the people from different walks of life in their natural surroundings. He shot over 300 subjects and 100 made it into the book. The ones who didn't make it will be featured on his website.
Well, Born in Malaysia is a book about Malaysians, the not so ordinary Malaysians and unsung heroes. For this project, I traveled for about 3 years throughout Malaysia, to East Malaysia, to Perlis, in fact, to every single state. And the result is a book that really, I hope, will depict Malaysians of all cultures and races and religions. Though the book is really about Malaysians as such, it's not really about whether we are Malay or Chinese or what. I hope that the book will help us realize that we should be celebrating the diverse cultures, races, and religions in Malaysia. Instead of being afraid of it, we should celebrate it because I think any true Malaysian would want to maintain this harmony. And I just hope that this book will play a little part in achieving that.
Kenny recently launched his book. Amongst those he invited were also subjects of his camera. We had expected a huge coffee table type book and were surprised at the format he had chosen.
You know, if it's a coffee table book, it's going to be hardcover. First things, this sort of books really as it is. Coffee table book means it belongs to the coffee table or belongs on the shelf. I wanted the book to be accessible. It's small, it's unpretentious. It's something that you can just dump into your backpack or your handbag and carry it around. And it doesn't matter if it gets stained with teh tarik or roti canai or whatever, because this book is meant to be read, it's meant to be shown to your friends. And that's why I kept it small. And by keeping it small, I hopefully could, well, keep the cost down and the price down too. You know, when I think about the past 3 years and all the subjects I've met and photographed and interviewed, you know, every person, every single one stands out. One of the stories that really interests me was actually these two Indian ladies. They have a teh tarik stall and then a makan stall in Tanjung Bunga in Penang. And they're side by side. These two ladies both lost their husbands at a young age. And at that time, their stalls were right beside each other. And from that time until now, they've been like sisters. There's this guy, this Muhammad Rudin in Kota Baru. He runs this teh tarik little coffee place in Kota Baru. And he is like the star of the show because everyone sits around him, Chinese, Malay, Indians, everyone is sitting around him. And then when it's time for your teh tarik, he'll say, oh, bang, berapa kali nak tarik? In English, actually, it says, how many times do you want me to pull it? Then when I was there, I just said, oh, 5 times. Then as he was pulling it 5 times, everyone started counting, 1, 2, 3. And these are the sort of things that are so Malaysian. And then here we are, all races just enjoying teh tarik. And well, he's the star of the show, you can see.
It's interesting how he had placed himself. It's like almost like a bar type of arrangement.
Yeah, actually that thing happened because the place is actually called Kedai Kopi Din Tokyo. Many years ago, there used to be a hotel frequented by the Japanese. A lot of Japanese used to come to Kota Baru and stay in that hotel. It's not a hotel anymore. So from that time, it was named that. And apparently, in Japan, whether it's true, there's a lot of these U-shaped tables. You know, I have my Japanese friend Kayo there off camera, and I'm asking her, is it true? Kayo, is it true?
Sure.
Yes. Okay. There you go. Then there was this Indian chap who runs this record store in Penang, in Lebo Hutton. When I went in there, he looked at me. I was like, yeah, I'm coming into a record store. He said, hello, you know, I'm selling Hindi albums here, you know. Yeah. I said, yeah, I don't mind. I want to buy an Indian album. And he was like incredulous. I said, look, you're a record store. If I ask you who is Lady Gaga, you wouldn't know, right? And then he said, who is Lady Gaga? But at the end of the day, I remembered this movie from many years ago called Hati Miri Sati. And I mentioned that he started smiling and laughing, and then we started having a conversation, and there it was. Then there are those people who are, for instance, Chan Kinwa, he runs a watch repair shop in Malacca. And he's always, every time I see him, he says, why can't we treat old buildings the way he treats old watches, which is just repair and restore it rather than painting it over with some weird color, you know. So every person in this book has a story, even the Orang Asli kids with their aspirations. They just want to get a good education so they can move ahead in life.
Tell us a little bit about the cover. Why did you choose that cover?
They chose me instead of I chose them. This one was in Teluk Bedera in Terengganu. So I was at this fishing village walking around trying to shoot some villagers, you know, the fishermen. And these three kids were just following me behind, just hounding me and always asking me, oh, Abang ambil gambar, you know, Abang, oh, take my picture. And I was like, I said, okay, I'm going to turn around in 5 seconds, and when I turn around, you better be ready. And when I turned around, this was what I got. I did not pose them. This is all natural. They just happen to be like this. And these are some of the lucky things that happens in photography.
In terms of equipment, Kenny made it simple. Most of the time, he shot with a mirrorless camera, a camera that's not as bulky as those that professionals lug, and he has a bit of advice for photography students.
Just one thing, don't buy too many cameras and don't buy too many lenses because you really don't need so much equipment. You need to have just that one camera, maybe 2 lenses, and just know every single thing about that camera and study your subjects more. Your subjects are more important than the camera because I see a lot of the aspiring photographers, they get too involved in the camera. They spend time adjusting this and that. You know, while you're doing that, your subject has already gone away. So just concentrate more on photography and less on camera equipment. Yes. This one will be fun because I've decided that I want to give a book to every single subject that I photograph in here, which will easily take another couple of months. But it's going to be very fun this time because I have some of the subjects in KL and some of the people who have bought the book, they want to follow me. So I think it will be a convoy of maybe a few cars driving to Ipoh, to Penang, to Perlis, and then we will meet all the subjects and we'll pass them a book, and then I think it will be fun.